All right, so I have a quick, like out of character question.
Go ahead.
What's with Timmy having like 3 models?
Yeah,
Well,
that's an
technically,
interesting
so
thing.
Am
I
I
only
to
have 2.
assume that I only see like a certain amount?
Yep.
Yeah, you just assume that. Well, peg-legged Pete is not my actual character. He's kind of like he's the
He's an
guy that you
intermediate.
interact with for now.
So
Timmy,
who, when
Timmy's
Talia is
my
talking,
actual
who is
doll.
she? Or Eric, excuse
Yeah.
me, when Eric's talking, who is she talking to then? Like, who is she thinking is talking?
The one who's actually like going
So-
around role playing and all that, that is Pegleg Pete, who is represented by this token here that I'm swirling around. However, this is his actual character. This Pegleg Pete is only like an intermediate. He will not be around for the entire campaign. We have already established that. He is in fact dying.
So basically, he's basically just the guy carrying my doll.
For
Because
now.
my character is a doll.
It is still up in the air what will happen after he's gone, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but probably because it was already established, that doll is already haunting Avis.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
it
it's not
might
haunted.
change ownership.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
mean,
not haunting you. It's granting you good luck. It's been
Good
very
luck,
helpful.
yeah.
I mean, if
To be
all
honest, yeah.
spells, all the
Luck,
spells
yes.
just take a card out of the deck of many things.
Well,
See,
To be honest-
if you treat Timmy good, he'll bless you with buffs.
Treat him good.
Yeah.
And he'll protect you, and he'll help, and he'll warn you of people approaching you. He's basically like the talking doll, the magic item talking doll in the game. That's basically what it is. But if you harm him or you mistreat his owner, then you'll have very bad luck. But if you're nice to him, you'll have good luck. So it's
Yeah.
beneficial to stay on Timmy's good side.
So
Yes.
basically, guys,
And-
you're out here in the jungle. Let's say an hour has gone by, so your bird friend has retrieved the larger skeleton from the ape. Its pelt is still on the ground and there's blood everywhere. He has now moved on to the smaller ones. It will take probably like 2 hours before you guys can move on from this location. You did agree to this last time. However, how
Yes,
you choose
yeah.
to spend your time, that is up to you now.
well, yeah, we need to set up a little bit of a camp at least.
What time is it getting to be?
It is an hour past midday or so.
Oh, we got plenty of time for we
It
need
is
to
still
set
the
up
early
camp.
hours of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of these was it monkey paws y'all needed? How many of those did you need? And do we have enough?
As much as we can harvest. So yeah, right now we have enough, because we will be paid for a paw.
20 a paw.
For each of them.
Yes, I did mess that up last time. It's not 50, it's 20 a paw.
So yeah, 20 gold per paw. Probably we can.
Wait, how many paws did we get?
1 second. And he will
Like,
rummage through his bag.
Is this like per set of paws or per individual paw?
Per individual.
Oh, jeez.
Per one. So 20. Yeah.
Monkey paws is a reagent used in a particular like spell that is very useful to some mages.
Well, 20, we have 10 regular monkey's paw, so 200 gold, and 2 giant monkey paws. We could probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, 12. 12 paws is a good money if you know where to sell them.
How many Pete's like, how many monkey paws did we need for the that snake lady,
As
the Oracle? What was her name?
What
well,
was
I
her
just
name?
described
Yeah.
that. I don't.
Remember, she kind of asked for some monkey paws. Do you remember how many?
She said that she will pay for every paw
No. Okay.
that we cover.
Does anyone remember? You can roll an intelligence check if you want to. Well, all except for Natalia because their character
I
was
was about
not
to be
there.
like, I can roll. Okay, let's go for this. Give me free knowledge.
Ah, yes, you have omnipotent fucking memories.
uh,
Well, he
what
certainly doesn't
do you say
remember.
about it? What do you say
Timmy
about
does. Pete doesn't remember shit.
There's
Okay.
a snake.
Avis.
Oh, yes,
It
you
was
do
Davis.
remember the short exchange. You remember the look in her eye, how she beamed at you when you told her you were going to get some paws for her. Yeah, you remember every detail. This
You
is
remember like it was
inside of your head. You cannot escape it.
That doesn't help Robots implications. Yep, that doesn't.
It was a large
No.
snake, and her name was Cecil.
Cecil.
this. So
Okay.
that's a lot of fucking money.
Well, yeah. Well,
I think that's more money than I have seen at one point in time in my entire life.
oh. Well, yeah. That is strange. Well, you were traveling, right? With a giant?
Yes.
Hmm. Well, now you will be traveling with a crew.
I haven't really like been to town in 2 years. She says questioningly.
Aha. So you were just living off of the wilds or traveling?
Pretty much just nomadic traveling. The closest I would say was like a very small port, but I don't know if you would consider that a town. Brula said it wasn't a town, at least.
Well, you guys are having your discussion. The knoll is off to try and pierce some fish down in the pond next to you. They have gone.
Timmy's just gonna look around, keep an eye out for any enemies or anything.
So you will. Give me a perception check.
Well, you already know I can. The lowest I can roll is a 13. So,
There's a slight chance.
4, 7, 8. So 21.
21.
There is
Yep.
there is always a chance of natural one.
That's also true.
You would
Close your
still.
eyes.
You would still get. Even with a natural 1, I would still get a 13, a 14, because you technically can't roll critical failures on a skill check.
Oh, okay.
Timmy is aware of his immediate surroundings. Nothing is moving between the trees, but there are birds singing, and you do also hear sounds of critters moving about, but not in the immediate vicinity.
Eric's is gonna prop her sword up against the rocks and just kind of sit on the edge.
All right.
As you can imagine, carrying such a large weapon is rather taxing at times.
Just imagine like Tryndamere just walking around the summoner's rift.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you know, fucking
better when we
Pyramid
get
Head from
to
Silent
town.
Hill.
Or Pyramid
Yeah,
Head.
pretty much. That's about the aesthetic.
Also, why did you choose such a encumbersome weapon?
Good work.
Oh, wait, is this in character or out of character?
Yes, in character.
Character.
In character.
Okay. It was actually left for me, by Brula before
Oh.
she disappeared. She had another one
So,
kind of like this, but it was a little bit different, a little more battle war, and this one's somewhat newer, which kind of makes me wonder where the hell she got it.
maybe mate.
I'm not sure.
Mm.
But it's also one of the only like weapon type that I've ever fought with, because we didn't exactly carry around a lot of weapons with us.
I would be concerned, but the previous battle alleviated all my concerns about your battle skills. That's just, yeah. And he starts bandaging some of his wounds. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I don't think anybody of except Snowla was hurt in that battle. Yeah, well, except me and Snowla. Am I correct?
I know I didn't suffer anything.
Ah, great.
What? I like the scent of blood. And Snowla turns. You don't care.
Well, you got all the scent of blood, whatever
Okay,
you need.
why is Timmy trying to attack Fenris?
I'm just playing with the buttons.
Don't do it unless it means something.
Guys, and then Fenris randomly just pulled things off of Timmy.
You gonna try and steal something from Timmy?
No, that would be. I think.
That wouldn't be rational.
I know, right?
Yeah, so what is your intention?
I don't know.
Can you steal anything? Because I kind of absorbed everything into my body.
That's what I'm trying to. Like, that's what I'm looking at Timmy. I'm like, can you even do that? Like, Fenris are just staring at Timmy and asking, "What the hell are you doing?"
I mean, he can make a thorough expansion of the doll and probably find whatever he needs.
So what are we gonna do, guys? Because this is, like, we need money.
I need a
When are
moment.
we gonna get back to the
Squawk!
boss?
Says Agadam behind you.
Well, before we need money, we need at least some understanding of our ship that we will manage to crew. And right now we have none of it. So
I hope
yeah,
Captain gets us a nice, pretty boat.
probably. The last bounty was good enough to have bought a ship. At least a sizable one. Do you ever traveled on the ship? Anybody? Or that was
I've been on a ship a few times.
as a passenger or as a crew?
Passenger.
Mm.
I was a captain boy on my last ship until we struck some bad luck.
Yeah.
And as you say that, just Timmy's head just falls slightly.
Well, yeah.
Would you guys like to skip ahead, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Probably
you're
skip
not really
ahead.
like sitting down or like have any hobbies, anything you want to talk about. You're just waiting around. keeping a lookout while
I'm just kind
the
of
bird
playing the
fella
music. I'm
is,
just playing.
finishing up.
Just
Avis
playing
is
music.
he's playing music. Avis is caring for his wounds. So yeah.
Okay.
Eric's is cleaning off any of the blood on her sword.
Okay. You guys can go ahead and take a short rest. And that also means that you can use some, I believe, some health dice from your class to heal yourself.
Okay. Can we use any amount of health dice? Or
You are level 2, right?
for each hour? Yeah.
Yep,
Right
so you
now,
can
yes.
use 2 of those dice of your class, I believe, and heal that amount.
I think I have something that will, if you're in my area, you can get.
I think Song of Rest or something like that.
A
Yeah,
Song of Rest.
it's Song of Rest. It allows you to add, I think, an additional die, or you get like the inspiration die or something
D6.
like that.
I think
Is that
D6.
for the entire party or just a person?
For the entire party. Song of Rest is
Yeah.
full party work. Anyone who uses
Damn.
a hit die gets extra
Everyone loves a
healing.
bard, eh?
I'd say
With short rest,
I've been
yes.
playing one for like 4 years. I know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
You
actually,
like
I don't
bards.
see it on my list. I don't see Song of Rest on here.
Oh, no, wait. Song of Rest is later levels. It's 4th, I think, ability.
You know,
I
Fourth
am. Yeah,
You
I'm
only
not,
free
I'm not,
a third
not
level.
level 4. I'm not level 4 yet.
Yeah.
I have not made a single bard
no, I
character
do- I
because
do
I
have
know I will abuse
do
the
have
shit
Song of
out of
Rest.
them.
You get a second level.
I'm always the charmer, so
Yeah.
I always try my luck when I'm fucking given the chance.
While we're doing the short rest, he is sitting there with his violin and he's playing some some music on his violin. He's playing I don't know something chipper and happy, right? And you guys can gain an extra 1d6 hit points.
Okay, give me a second here. I probably should roll an event dice just to be sure. Because now you're actually voicing yourself, your location, so someone might take notice.
And of course, Timmy's keeping an eye out, lookout.
Yeah, you will probably see them before they see you. But they can probably hear you before you can hear them.
That's fine. We like killing stuff.
Violence. The only right answer to...
The only right chance.
When in doubt, violence it out.
Okay. Alright, let me find... Okay.
A little violence never killed anyone, except for them.
It did. But
A little violence
Nobody
didn't
is one.
act.
no, little violence never killed anyone. A lot more violence, of course it did.
Okay, who has the best survival? Do they want to make a check here?
I have a plus
Oh,
five.
that's fun.
Why is that?
Your +5 is probably the best one. I have 0.
I say I don't think mine will beat that. Give me a sec. I gotta move my
Mine is 0.
profile picture on my
get a
fucking
9.
character sheet. Apparently,
Okay.
it moved. Let me see. Okay, I have like I think a +2 or 3.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, I have a 1. Never mind.
Ah, okay. But sure,
I'll still
just
roll.
someone go ahead and roll once.
I got a 9.
I think Howdy's already rolled.
Okay, a 9.
Oh.
Curious.
I got a 17.
Oh, you're only one.
Yeah, first one counts.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
We see nothing.
So, I need to roll what? 2d6? Okay, 2d6.
I have a 21 in my perception, so I think we do see it.
Ah, 3. Three
What's the worst
additional
that can
monkeys.
happen?
Yay! Or panthers.
What's the worst that could happen?
Zombies? No, probably not zombies. Zombies is not worse. What can happen?
Zombie monkeys.
I think that is for our crow friend.
The sound of music has attracted something out in the wild, and
Oh.
a flock of deer has come your way.
Anybody else hungry?
Ooh, venison.
I'm more concerned
Eric's
with.
legitimately says that as they show up.
He kind of pulls out his pistol.
I'm more concerned with why do they were attracted by the sound of us. Usually it's the opposite.
I mean, if they've been around enough, like, people, they tend to not be so skittish.
Yeah.
I've been pretty close to a few deer before.
These walk up to Timmy and Pete, and
Okay, that's not
because
normal.
none of you seem to make a fuss, and so they all seem fairly docile and almost interested in this noise.
Pete
Only
kind
one
of
of
puts his
them
hand up
lingers
slowly
behind.
and pets them. And he's like, "Whoa, this is like we're so lucky to see these deer. Ah, beautiful animals they are."
Okay,
I'm
give me
more
an animal
concerned with-
handling check to see how well you do here.
Well, Pete will not be getting guidance on this one. So I got a 5 plus, so I got a 10.
Five plus a 10. Okay, 15.
Do we seem
No,
to
so
be?
I got a 10. I got a 10.
Oh, okay.
I got a 10.
Avis,
They
you
don't
saying?
seem to be minding smell of blood. Yes.
No, it seems not. It seems not. Okay, so with a 10, it seems fairly docile to you. It seems wary at first of the initial contact, but once you have laid your hand on it, slowly it starts to push back into you. It seems kind of
Ooh.
domestic in an odd way.
Like this is wow. I'm speechless.
You never.
Yes. Hi, my name is Timmy.
You never seen elk deer before?
Okay.
Eric's is visibly uncomfortable at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
No,
she's
not
like,
only
I've
you.
been near them. I did not say I have touched them.
Haha. Okay, I'm not the one who is concerned yet. Okay, good.
Come on, guys. You touched them there. They're
1
beautiful
second.
animals.
And Avis closes his eyes and casts divine sense.
Divine sense, eh?
Yep.
Okay.
Celestial fiend undead.
You don't
Sorry.
feel any strong aura coming off of these like flock of deer, but your entire party is chaotic in nature. But you again see Timmy's aura is exploding with a lot of different colors. The one in the back, though, this other deer, that seems to have a green aura about it.
A green aura?
Yep.
Is it? Am I able to pinpoint the nature of that aura? For example,
It is good.
It is good, yes, but creature type does not reveal itself. Yes.
It is not revealed now.
Okay. A good deer, really. That's strange.
I wonder if we can ride these animals.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Pete feels very lucky, and he kind of goes to the side and he sees if he can't ride it.
Does Pete have any food on him? Otherwise, the small ones will try and snatch it away.
Probably. I'm assuming that I would have food.
You have rations, so yeah.
You got a lot of stuff going on, so make a dexterity check with disadvantage to see if you're quick enough to notice one of them sneak in.
Oof.
Okay, that's 7 plus.
Got a 10.
10. You notice one of the small ones is nibbling at your pocket. They seem to have come by something interesting.
Okay, I pull it out. Maybe it's food.
It's your rations.
And I give the deer, the little baby deer, rations.
Seems very interested in this. And also, you said you come out by the side here, so they have swirled around. You're encapsulated by these deer.
You're surrounded. Congratulations. You're not getting away with your rations.
I try to hop up on the big deer.
Animal handling check.
Oh,
Don't know if that's a great idea, Eric says right as he's doing it. And I'm gonna rest my hand over my sword.
That
No.
sounds like a decent roll, doesn't it?
can't do math. 14.
14. The deer, it's wobbling a bit as you try and climb up it, and it seems to be running away from you as soon as you do. However, it's not really running away from you, it just wants to cause some distance between you. The other deer are going around the flock and like looking at everyone who is present here. The other two are walking up next to this one again and peering back at Pete. It is in this moment that this other deer steps forward ever so slightly, and they reveal themselves.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It appears to be an Earth
that's-
Genasi, a druid no less.
Hi, my name is Timmy.
That's why I sensed that.
Well, you seem like a grateful bunch. Thank you for being so kind as to introduce yourself to our flock. We're only passing by here. It won't be long. I trust you have no ill will towards us.
You have no ill will towards us? Why should we?
I'm grateful.
Well, maybe for a stolen ration, but that's depending on the ration.
So what are you
Damn it, I
huddled
was
up around
hungry.
this lake for? None of you seem to be drinking.
Well, we cleaned out this island from some orangutans.
Oh,
This place, at least.
so you also out there hunting? What are you,
Yes.
preachers? Or what's it called? Poachers?
I wouldn't say that.
Well, it's not like the orangutan.
Orangutan
Masses
population
are
is
on the threat of being extinct here, so I have no ill will towards you in that regard. But the deer here, they're prey. I'm only here to guide them to a safer place.
well, and if we were poachers, we will probably strike. Already struck at them to get some easy gold from them. And as you can see, we didn't.
No. That's true. Do you come from the Blue Lagoon?
Mm,
Where do you hail?
most of us
Most
are.
of you? Very well then. It seems my flock is ready to move on, so we shall be going now.
I have a question for them before they leave.
Yeah?
Have you happened to see a female hill giant coming through here recently?
Female hill giant. Give me a... Just a
About-
D20
about
roll,
like
just a flat D20 roll.
10 feet tall. Flat D20.
Yep.
All right. Whee. Yeet. 18.
Well, not recently, but I believe a week or so ago. I believe they were headed for the south, the western. I don't have a compass on me. In that direction, though. And she points towards the western side. No, yeah, it's westward.
Mm,
All right. I pull out like a little notepad and I like start writing this down. All right. Thank you so much.
But of course. Now I shall be going then. She whistles once and then transforms back into a deer. You can probably tell that she's an experienced druid, but her battle experience is probably limited.
So easy picking. I'm
Could
kidding.
be, especially considering you outnumber her, and she's only there to protect the deer.
Oh, we were so lucky for that.
And as they are about to leave, your bird friend comes up to you guys and says, "Alright, I'm done."
Oh,
well,
sweet.
let's go. Let's get going to the lagoon.
About how long has it been? Like how much time has passed?
Just a little less than 2 hours.
Okay, yeah, we still have plenty of time to head back before we really need to make a camp.
Yeah, it's about lunchtime.
Yeah, and if you're trekking out in nature, you're probably know about it more.
That was like
have
a
a good.
once in a lifetime experience, guys.
Indeed, it was. And you can't even imagine whatever lives underwater.
This gnoll just goes up and like takes one of the pellets and like starts gnawing at it. What?
Fair
It's
enough.
good meat.
It is a good meat. Yeah.
I can't say I would or would not agree.
Alright, you guys are free to do as you please. Where are you headed?
To the Blue Lagoon.
Back to the city?
Yep.
Which direction is the city from here?
It is eastward. North.
East.
Yeah.
Hmm.
East north. Northeast? Yeah.
I'm gonna look to the sun and I'm gonna determine which way is east.
He just looks up at the compass.
You have a compass. I don't
Yeah,
think you
but
I don't think you can read the sun. You don't have a key mind feat.
well, with enough survival check you can, but yeah, it is very hard to do.
Can I try?
You want to look at the sun, eh?
Yeah, I want to determine which way is east by looking up.
Okay. Go ahead. Survival check. No, wait, this is nature.
Okay, that's a
Well, I
lot.
got a 21 without any bonuses, so
21? Yeah, okay, you know.
21.
You kind of blind,
Those
you
are
kind of
nat
dazed.
20 too.
Yeah. But you do notice.
East is this way, guys. I think I'm 100% sure the town is this way.
Yeah, fair enough. Pulls away the compass. Fair enough.
Very well.
Then starts going.
All of you spend half an hour going back to town then.
Yeah.
Wow, I was just guessing. Wow, we got really lucky on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric's decides to go ahead and head back with them for now because it is getting close to nightfall, and she has no idea where she's gonna put camp if she goes off on her own.
The afternoon is approaching, indeed. Alright, so give me a second here to bring out Eric's model. There we go. He's been granted permission.
Wow, they really don't like trees here, do they?
It's more about the town being built. And the trees are one of the materials what the town is built out of.
You know, I never really understood the idea of living in town. I mean, like, everyone can just travel. You can go wherever you want. Why stay in one spot?
That's why we travel and
She says it's someone who spent her entire life traveling.
Why
Overrated,
sit
if
on
you
one
ask me.
spot? Well,
there's nothing like traveling on the open vast of the ocean.
yeah, and if you're good in your ability to travel underneath this vastness of the ocean, you surely have some terrifying sights to see.
Fenris has
I'm
moved
just
out
gonna
ahead.
buy a
Where's
violin
Fenris
and
going?
She kind of like slowly just turns and like, there's stuff under the water.
Oh yes, there is.
Now
And,
this I gotta see.
Heh. Well, it's probably more helpful for you. And he gives you a potion bottle with potion of underwater breathing.
That's
That
nice to
would
have.
be
Oh, okay.
that is allow you to breathe underwater for at least 1 hour.
Oh, thank you, she says very like cheerfully. And she puts it in her backpack.
Yeah. But do keep that in mind for when we will travel from vast for searches for a treasure. Because, yeah. But let's get going into at least sell this pause.
Fenris has moved up ahead while you guys been conversing. Where was Fenris headed?
Into the town, like the town square.
Yep, so you did. In fact, everyone who makes it around this corner here, go ahead and give me a perception check. Avis, okay.
Perception 17.
I got a 33.
Wow.
Okay, 33. That's kind of nice. Hold on, let me fix your token. Alright, there you are. Okay, so, as you guys make it around this corner here, only a couple of you notice there is a person in this little storage space just standing by and flipping a coin to themselves.
Timmy will mentally make some noise in that general direction to Avis, so to kind of get his attention.
Timmy sees that Avis is already looking at that person. And, do Avis recognize that person? Because he was living in this town.
Give me a perception check. First to see if you can actually see the
Perception?
person. Yeah,
17 perception.
17. None of the features of the
yeah,
person
it
is
is-
made out. It's a woman, a human, probably a half-elven, if you had to guess.
If you need it, you can add a +4 to that.
So
Guidance.
21. Okay. No, I don't recognize her. Well, a traveling bunch, a traveling town. Hmm. I see that you're interested in that person. Or we should keep minding our own business.
Ooh, let's go talk to this guy. He's doing magic tricks with his coin.
I see you're interested in this person. And that is not a guy, that is a woman. Elven.
Close enough. I'm feeling really lucky about this, guys.
To be honest, yeah, fair enough. Let's go talk to him. To her.
So you will.
Okay, so where was she?
She is
Like, over here
inside
in
the
this
small
area?
storage
Yeah.
space, yes. You see them in the far back,
Oh.
leaning against one of the crates, just tossing a coin up in the air and catching it again, over and over. They seem to be waiting for something or someone.
I don't see anyone in there.
Oh, I probably haven't given permission to the thing here yet. Give me a second. Now you should
So, probably somewhere here, yeah.
you should be able to see them now.
I'll take the bait.
Eric's is just kind of like touristy looking around town.
Yeah? You're just
As
mesmerized by the large space and people rushing through. Now, it is pretty
And-
foggy out, so you don't really see all of everyone's details. The environment's working against you, but there's a lot of like bustling going on.
And Avis just points a trident at the blacksmith. Well, there is a blacksmith if you want your blade sharpened or your armor fixed.
There's a guy eating an orange outside of it.
Eric's kind of looks down at her very
Yeah.
distinct lack of armor and questions what he means by that.
Ah, I see. And
I'm,
you
I'm
see...
not wearing armor. This is just clothes. I don't think
Ah.
my scales come off. I don't think I can get those
Well-
fixed.
Well,
Jeez.
scales probably can be... Your body can be probably enchanted. For some other reason.
I don't know if I trust anyone to touch me like that.
Yeah, that probably gets weird. Yeah.
Ah. Which direction was the blacksmith, though?
Right behind you.
And he points out where.
Follow the godlight.
Yep.
Alright, that's the direction that Eric's is going.
Okay. Fenris, you're moving up to this building here.
Mm.
When you
Yeah.
read the sign, it reads, fresh veggies.
Do we need fresh veggies?
Well,
any of you
I'm
cook?
sure-
I don't know. Do any of you cook?
I do not.
You could.
I can try, but I don't think that would be delicious.
I mean, my like bar for how food tastes is probably much lower than everyone else's. I don't know if me cooking is the best idea.
And I cook with more of sea creatures, so yeah.
I do want to bring something up. You mentioned there's more stuff under the water. Is there like other
Yes.
foods besides just fish?
There is some creatures, yes, that you can eat, but most of them are sometimes poisonous, sometimes not safe to eat raw. But some of them are.
I'd like to try these other water foods.
Hmm. Well, great. Then we need to get to the sea. For me to be able to harvest anything.
The closest that she's ever gotten to like fish is whatever you can catch in streams most of the time.
Oh. Hey, what is your understanding of fish? Do you ever tasted a shark before?
What the hell is a shark?
Oh, you're
Is that like
so
a-
much.
is that like a different kind of fish?
It's a very big hunting fish.
Just
If you're
describe
not-
big, would it fit in like a stream?
No, probably not. He just gesturing towards pretty much his entire body. That's pretty much kind of big.
That's a lot of fish.
That's a lot
You
of
see,
fish.
her,
Yes.
you see her eyes kind of like sparkle.
And that fish is also hunting you. So yeah, you need to be much stronger than the shark to beat her. To beat the shark.
Oh, sharks are fish that hunt you.
Yes.
Interesting
Yes.
concept. Interesting concept. I'll have to see it to believe it, she says. She sounds
But,
very
yeah.
skeptical at the fact that a fish could hunt her.
Can you swim? Not with that giant sword. Probably not very good at swimming with that. But can you even swim?
I mean, I've swam through, like, I swam in ponds and rivers.
Good enough. At least you have bases. At least you're not. I'm not going to save you to drowning.
I feel like I'm gonna fail my first swim check. Foreshadow.
For sure, of course.
But no, yeah, she swam in like basic, streams, rivers, ponds.
Yeah.
Never with the sword, obviously.
That would be counterproductive.
Brula most times would carry all the stuff across while Eric swam. Sometimes she would I would ride on her shoulders, but most of the time I would swim.
The thing
Hill
about
Giant just
Burla
kinda
is that she
walked
didn't
right
even
through
need
it.
to swim. She could actually just
Yeah,
stand on
so
the
yeah,
ground.
she just-
that was kind of the thing. She just walks right across.
Yep.
Walks right across the streams, yeah. Well, you were heading towards the blacksmith. Let's go there then.
Yee.
Okay. Fenris has gone ahead, but you guys will enter soon enough. Timmy, you're here by yourself.
Timmy is gonna do a investigation. Well, wants to get like an insight on this guy flipping the coin, whether if he's gonna be an issue or not,
Okay.
so he can warn Pete.
Go right ahead.
21.
Nice.
One. They are clearly looking out for someone. Their gaze is fixed on the street to their right. It's their right.
About to interrupt a heist in progress.
Don't say it. I'm trying to not say it, but yeah.
They don't notice
Hi.
you at all.
How's it going?
As you call
I
out,
don't
you
see-
also give a small wave to like give away your position and all that.
I don't see that. I still don't see the guy, but I'm assuming he's in this building somewhere.
Huh? How can you not? I gave them permission. Okay, what about I... Okay, I'll make you in charge of them. Do you see them now?
No.
Do we even looking at even
How about now?
For a correct building?
They should be right here,
Wait.
underneath this light.
Nope. Nope.
What
don't
the
see
fuck?
him.
Okay, that's so strange. Oh, you probably need to reload then. Not bad.
One
Hi,
second.
How
Can
you doing? My name is Pete, and this is my companion, Timmy, the talking doll. How are you?
They scrunch up their nose as you draw closer. I think that's far enough. You got the goods?
No.
Can you remind me of what the goods were?
Go, scram. Makes a little paw gesture at you.
But you said you wanted something.
Yeah, and you clearly don't have it.
But how do I know that you are the person that wants the thing that I might have?
She looks at you, and then
I
just
might
starts
have what you
walking
need.
away. And they proceed down the street.
Oh, that was really weird, huh? She was so nice. What do you think, Timmy?
Soon they vanish behind
Huh.
the corner and go back into the small tunnel space.
I guess she was waiting for someone. Huh. I guess I'll well, maybe this person will show up. Maybe oh no, let's wait.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This totally won't backfire in any way, shape, or form.
It won't be backfiring, but like yeah, it won't.
Tim would
okay.
be like, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Okay. We'll come back to you, but let's go back here. Fenris, you walk down into the blacksmith. Actually,
Yeah.
there's not anyone particular here. I forgot to remove this guy's token, so he's just gone. But there's a couple of guys here in the blacksmith shop.
Yep, Fenris will go up to the counter and take out that rusted, broken, somewhat legendary-looking sword he had, and puts it on the table.
What sort of sword are you placing on the table?
The broken one from
Oh,
before.
the one from the other you looted down in one of the other
Yes.
ships, yeah. Okay, this guy walks up and like gives it a stern look. Then you a stern look. Yeah. You want to repair this?
Yes, is it repairable?
Yeah. He picks it up by the pommel. Gives it a slight inspection. It's kind of old. What is this grip? Seems to be made of gold. Who would use gold for a sword?
It's an old one.
It's an old one for sure. How'd you come across this?
It was fished out of the ocean.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't see why you wouldn't just toss it in the trash then.
Because it's from the ocean.
Look, what I'm getting at here, you could be buying one of these many swords, and you guess just to the row of swords laying down by the side. Or you could repair this, costing probably like 3 times as much.
Or
You catch my drift.
Yes, but I like this sword.
All right.
How about
Well-
you?
Tell me then, what would you like? Long sword, sword, broadsword, great sword?
So
Long sword.
A long sword? I can make that happen for you. Is there anything you want on it? Any special designs, gravements, runes?
No, just I guess restore it to its original glory.
I don't know what his original glory is.
Well, it's whatever your definition of original is.
Picks up just like a standard blade, like this, like whips it around, shows it to you.
Sure.
All right. Well, turns to his fellow shopkeep and says, "Hey Jonas, place an order for a repairment. We need a blade for this one pommel, this grip." All right, sure. Put it on the nose. Goes over and places a post-it note on the wall. Okay, I can make it happen for you in like a day or two.
Okay.
Come back
Okay,
here
I'll
at least
come back
tomorrow morning.
Okay. Come back. And Fenris leave.
Okay, so you will, just as your friends are coming down the stairs.
Would I be dragging the sword like across the tiles?
Yeah, probably. Since you don't have an actual sheet to keep it in.
we need to get you a sheath for that. Blade.
You just
Or at least
you
get a
hear
guard
down
for
the
tip of
stairs.
the blade.
Bang.
Yeah?
I don't think you need a full sheath for that. You just need a guard for the tip of the blade.
Yeah, still.
The more that you drag it around, the more dull it will get, I mean.
Yeah, I
Fair.
think at some point it will become a club and not a blade. Wouldn't be any less devastating, but would lose some of its effects.
Real quick, I apparently have 2 Eric's models on this map, and one of them is invisible.
What the hell?
Yeah, because every time I try to move around, I don't know, it's somewhere. See if I can figure. Okay, well, it's gone now. Now it's disappeared. Yeah, every time I tried to like move, it kept trying to move
Yay.
an invisible model somewhere, and I was like, where the fuck did I go? Okay, let me see if I can't like kind
No
of right
worries.
behind the character.
Yeah, you can just ignore it.
There we go.
That happens.
Okay,
So
that's
as you come
kind of
down the
much
stairs
better.
here, the sword behind you just like goes clink, 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 clink at every single step that it touches. And a lot of her heads just tilt in your direction. What is a kobold wielding with such a big sword? Luna.
He looks noticeably uncomfortable with all the attention like on her right now.
There's even this
Well-
one guy in the far back just poking his head around the corner. Oh my. It's so big.
I'm just gonna like leave the tears. She kind of like props it up against the wall next to that suit of armor.
Alright, so you do.
Just gonna set this right here. It's just she like flips over her shoulder and there's a very audible thud as it hits the ground.
Yeah.
And as she leans it against the wall, there's a second thud as it makes contact.
We can use this as a placement of the model. There we are.
But I'd love to
Is
make
it
a little
one
just a
of-
mini version of the model that's just the sword
Yeah,
for those times.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that you can carry it even.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty light. I mean, Brula's was a little bit bigger than this even, and I was still able to use that.
Light? Fair enough.
Alright, what can I do for you, gentlemen? And girl, I think.
I already been there and I already ordered things.
Yeah? Remind me again,
Yes.
what was it?
A plate of armor.
Ah, yes, the half plate.
Mm,
But was it a plate armor? Full plate?
it was a full plate.
Right. And it was also adamantine, right?
Think yes. I think I got adamantine bars, and because of it, I managed to pay for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, your order's underway.
I figured. So, as I said, I'm showing that cobbled around, and that blade, first of all, needs some sharpening and a sheath. Because
see it?
he gestures towards Oryx.
A simple shining up job and polishing, eh?
Yeah, she lays it on the counter.
I can do such a thing for you.
Does the counter support it?
It does. It does. It's
Okay.
already carrying a lot of weight.
Okay. How much would that cost? I don't really have a whole lot right now.
Well, it's not expensive if you do it yourself. We have the gear for it here. But 5 gold if you want us to do it. It'll be a quick fix. 10 minutes or so.
Let me get my character sheet pulled back up real quick.
We got some soft stones, we got some rough stones, we got some grinding stones, like some actual big ones if you really need them. But I don't suppose you guys are setting up shop anytime soon, so we can go with the lesser. You do know how to use them, right?
No.
No? You need water, oils.
She kind of like looks in her. She pulls out like her little coin purse, and it's very obviously like not a lot in it. She kind of just like looks, and she's like, "I think I'll just have you do it because that all sounds very expensive."
Smart choice. He takes the hand of the blade and drags it up to give it a little inspection.
Does
Just
he
the side here
does he
seems a
have
bit
a
dull.
17 strength?
It's a
He
blacksmith. He does.
can flip it, yes, and he's strong enough to like carry it, but he cannot use it as a sword.
Okay.
He flips his thumb against one of the edges along the tip of it. Yeah, this part here seems quite dull. I'll focus on that. You can return here in 10 minutes, unless you want to watch.
I mean, I've been dragging it for like a week, so I would expect it to be dull. Actually, I would like to watch.
I can give you a tour around the bag if you want. Flips up the little thingamajig here.
She gladly accepts.
Alright.
Well,
went too
and
far.
I will be.
Alright, your friend is here if you need him. Alright,
Yeah.
come along, little one.
See you later.
Right up here. Takes you around the back here. Finds a little work table. Places you on the a stool and lets you watch as he does the work for you. Almost like sitting in his lap as you do this. Alright. So, Timmy, where are you headed now? You're standing around here and waiting?
Yeah, I'm kind of like waiting for see if anybody shows up so I can let them know that that this girl left. He's kind of curious now.
Where does it go?
Okay. So, Timmy, you have a good perception. Give me a roll.
Good is an understatement. 20, 29.
$29. That's pretty good. Alright, so you do notice that some ratmen are coming from behind these crates here, and they seem to be looking out for something and someone. They lock eyes with you as they turn around the last one.
Hi, my name is Timmy.
God.
And Pete just kind of turns around. It's like, oh, hi. How are you? My name is Pete. I'm Peg-Legged Pete, and this is my companion talking doll, Timmy.
You had to pick up the
What is
crates?
your guys' names?
Our names are not important.
Yeah.
This one steps right up to you, gives you a curious sniff, and extend their two teeth. You know, rat teeth, they can grind down. They have continuously growing teeth. You see that poke out at you? You got.
So
You got
I'm gonna
as we
so
discussed.
Timmy is gonna use Thaumaturgy, and I'm gonna project my voice, to carry out to my parties, and they can mentally hear it in the head. And you just say, Timmy, help Timmy.
Can you use thaumaturgy on that?
I
don't think that's possible.
It says I can make my voice boom out 3 times as loud.
Yes, but you're not yelling, are you?
I guess you could say help Timmy. I guess I could just say help Timmy.
So you just really help Timmy. Just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Okay, you're sure about this?
Sure. And Pete tells me, no, they're nice. Right, guys? You guys are totally nice.
Okay, let's see how this goes. First of all, make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. I'm not very good at dex saves.
This is for Pete, by the way.
I got a 6.
Yeah, 6. Let's see how bad this goes. Roll another d20.
Oh.
Nat 20?
Hey.
Whew, okay, good.
Okay.
So the moment that your doll yells out, this rat who's already up into your face and a hand on their blade, they instantly put the blade right up against your face as they force you back behind the wall as Timmy calls out.
What was that for, guys?
And you just smack, put it up against the wall. It's a big, pretty large, rat man, and they seem to be quite strong too. You better keep your mouth shut.
Timmy will. Timmy.
Where's your crew?
Be quiet, Timmy. Oh, they're over there. You want follow me, please? And I'll bring them to you.
They hiss at you as they swirl the blade along your cheek, and they cut some of your skin along your jaw.
There's no need for that. And I'm gonna try to persuade them to follow me.
Okay, let's see if they have a turn of heart.
And follow me. We'll bring you to the items.
Persuasion check. DC 20.
3, 9, 10, 11 plus my persuasion is probably not gonna be enough. I got a 19.
Oh, 1 point shot.
Oh.
Yeah, you're in a pretty bad position here.
Wait! I got a plan. I got a plan. I am gonna use persuade. I'm gonna use a skill spell, and Timmy's is gonna cast suggestion on him.
You're gonna cast magic.
Yes. And Timmy's like, let's play a game. and he casts his suggestion on this one who appears to be leader, and Pete's like, yeah, come on, come with me, and I'll show you where your stuff is.
So these rat
I think that's very reasonable.
As this leader has gone up and struck you against the wall here, these other two have come here to block anyone from viewing what's happening behind them. They seem to be working in tandem with one another. So you use what is it? Suggestion?
Suggestion, yes.
Okay. What do you suggest?
To come on, to follow me. I'll bring you to the. We'll get you your items, and you can see everything.
So you suggest they follow you. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll an initiative check. Just to see who acts first here, because if they act first, this might not go through.
I love rolling all these dice. Come on. There we go. 16 plus. I got a 20.
20. Okay.
Here are all these dice.
Not
I
bad,
have a
not
plus
bad.
3. That's 15. Okay. Suddenly the rat's blade is drawn back, and they look at you. They know they have been cast a spell upon. Better not be lying about this.
Oh no, I don't lie. Please, come on, follow me.
Okay, so you push through these rat men here.
Yeah, see, the items are just this way, guys. Come on. And I bring them back to my party, and I'm like, hey, buds, these guys wanted some items or something like that.
Okay, you're just coming up from the blacksmith. They look just right ahead of the guard here. And then back to you, and you seem clueless, and these guys also seem clueless. So, like the wind, they scatter in all directions.
Fun. What did you tell them, and why did you bring them to us?
I don't know. They said they wanted the. I talked to that lady, and she asked if we had items, and and then they approached me and said if I had something, and I'm like, yeah, I totally have something. So, then I'm like, they asked me where the crew was, so I thought I would bring them to the crew so they can see what kind of items we have. I don't know. I think they were trying to buy something. I don't know.
Probably. And why did you interrupt with exchange? Because I think we're... Yeah. How long was you been in the town?
In this town, not long. What same amount of time as you guys?
My whole life.
I don't know. I'm just very confused of what's going on.
Yeah, Avis, he lives here.
So, just a reminder, don't go into the shady corners to this town, or any town.
She was so nice.
So naive.
That's what you think.
What does
Yeah,
Fenris
sure,
think about
cool.
this?
You're going
Yeah,
to
well,
get shanked so much.
Fenris,
I don't know,
your
maybe they'll come back,
friend
maybe-
just almost like got you in trouble with 3 other ratmen. Alright, he has no input here. So it would seem.
Please, be careful, because that amount of danger you put yourself in gets you stabbed and probably killed.
I was fine. See, I'm still alive. I'm the luckiest man alive.
They say with a small incision on their chin.
Nothing will have. Nothing will happen. See, yeah, yeah, he was just. We were just playing with his sword and stuff. It's fine. It's all good.
You see, Avis somehow more disappointed at you than you've even imagined.
Actual fucking blondine.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I will get the reward, and you just. Oh no. He just points at Pete. You are going with me because I am not. It's either you're going to stay here. No, you're going with me. I have learned my lesson. You're going with me.
Okay, where are we going?
Pete's
I
hands
love
just
the
forced.
internal dialogue.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
To the Oracle for our reward. For
Oh
this.
yeah, I totally forgot
horse.
about her.
Yeah.
Alright.
And we.
So you
Yeah,
guys will
continue.
be there for a second. Eric's, you see
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy's handiwork. His hands are kind of gruff, but they know the way around a sword, and he seems to be very, very careful with this sword of yours. And also seems to be making a small performance with it, considering he is showing every single bit to you, so you can learn how to use it yourself and what goes into it.
Okay.
Finally, you learn sword maintenance. Sword maintenance. God, I can't pronounce.
Words are hard.
That should about do it. You happy with this? He asks as he puts a paper on the edge of the blade where it was dull before, and it cuts right through like nothing.
She's just kind of like dumbstruck staring at it. Would probably be the sharpest she's actually seen a blade get. As you know, not a lot of chances to really sharpen stuff on the road.
Well, he lifts you up and puts you down next to him. Alright, he gets up from the chair and takes the sword in both hands as he nods to you. So, it's about ready? Do you have anywhere to keep it? Can't just go
kinda,
around
like,
carrying a
look over
dragon
her
all day.
shoulder.
You'll get into the same state again.
No,
No?
that's all I really have is just to carry it around.
It's kind of dull, don't you think? Come along.
I guess.
And he takes your hand. He actually gives you a small, like, nudge with his knee as he insists you walk alongside him. Over in this direction as he places the blade down by the crates here. And he goes around here. You see, every sword needs a sheath. Otherwise it gets dull pretty easily. So, the more you chip away at it, the less of a sword it's gonna be. By the last straw, you have a rapier.
What's a
I
rapier?
have some leather I can make into a makeshift sheath for you. You could also use some, this shipment came in just a while ago, but mnemonic plates alloy. You think that could be something? You have the funds for it?
What's mnemonic plates? She asked questionably.
Well, it's better that I
Horribly
show you.
mispronounced.
Look here. He takes out one of these plates. Not large enough. Takes another plate and places it next to each other on the table. And you see that it has a bluish portal-like surface. And he takes this sword and then puts it down into this vortex of blueness, and it just goes straight through the table. You look underneath the table, but the sword is gone.
What the fuck is that?
Mnemonic alloy. It's a rare mineral made by alchemists.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, you see, it's right here, and he pulls it back up again. The thing is, though, this material is quite expensive. But for a sword of this size, I think it's almost needed.
She kind of like looks at her like just very light point purse. She's like, what's expensive to you? What do you consider expensive?
Something of this size? He picks out the sword entirely and places it down next to you again. And then he inspects the plates. I could probably bend it around so we could only use one of these. I might have to chip off a little of the other one. I suppose 400 gold.
Kind of visibly like just taking it back for a second.
I'm telling
I got
you, it's
18.
expensive. I can make you a different sheath, though. Or we could make something for your back, considering you might want to carry it around on your shoulders.
She just kind of like looks up. She's like, what can you do for 18 gold?
18 gold? Probably nothing more than straps. I can't make a full sheet out of it. And also, it would be quite troublesome to try and get it out of such a sheath. I'll take 15, though, for a couple of straps. You probably need, like, a war harness. We should have one around here. Yeah, here. Okay, it's a bit too big for you. This one was made for orcs, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So are you
yeah,
down for this?
Well, let's go with that. That's kind of all I have right now.
Very agreeable. You pass your head once. Very well then. I shall have this in your size as soon as I take your measurements. Do you mind? He takes out a ruler.
No, go ahead.
Start to measure your body. Okay, outside here. What are you guys doing? Yeah, he goes everywhere
we
from
are
your
going-
fucking waist, from all the way from the waist and upward.
As he gets like closer to the cloak, she kind of like pulls it harder to herself.
He is not intending to remove it either.
Okay. She has no intention of taking it off or exposing her back.
Okay. So, Avis, you're moving to the Oracle,
To the
right?
Oracle?
Okay. It is
Yep.
going to be like a 20-ish minute walk from here, so it might take a little longer than that.
Yeah.
Okay. But we might finish off with that last.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent. Now I should have this ready for you about an hour's time. Is that cool with you?
Yes.
What's
do I
your
need
name,
to pay
woman?
now or when I pick up?
Well, if you want to make a deposit, I won't blame you.
Eric's is my name, and yeah, I can make a deposit.
He reaches out his hand to you. Dan Flamgo.
What was the name?
Dan Flamgo.
Dan Flango. She takes his hand. Pleased to meet you.
Alright. Excellent. He ushers you downstairs and leads you back out of this, the back of the store here. Alright, see you back in an hour.
All right, see you.
Rare to see bolts around here.
Alright.
Okay, so you leave store and you see Fenris and the others outside. Probably just like launching around, just not really doing much. Hey, Fenris, you're back.
Oh.
But muted, I think.
Hello.
Hello.
Fenris, I think
Hello?
you're muted.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, there you are.
There we go.
Okay.
He kind of like walks up to the rest of the party. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Where's everybody else at?
Oh,
Gonna leave you guys away while these guys converse because it's gonna take a while anyway.
mm-hmm.
Meow.
Is that all we have to evolve to now? Noises?
I walked up and asked like what was going on, where everybody else was.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
we don't talk about how Timmy nearly
Yeah,
got
we asked
himself
you about
killed.
that while you were gone. So, how did you feel about that?
It was fine.
That's fine. Okay.
It's fine, it's fine. Everything's on fire, but it's fine.
I probably could have taken them on too.
I
Probably could have
mean,
defeated them.
if all fails, you just have to propose they play a game with you with the deck of many things.
Well, I didn't even have to do that. I don't look. Granted, I don't know how much life they have, but I probably could have taken them on.
Probably.
You know,
let's
I'm
let's
pretty
not
beefy,
discuss
so
you are. So yeah, but there are probably multiple hits on you, and yeah. we
honestly,
don't want
I don't
that.
think they would because, granted, I am a bard. I do have an armor class of 17. I literally have the most life out of everybody in the party, and I have shield.
Yeah. Even more than barbarian. Okay, good.
I actually do have
For
more
now,
life than him.
yes. But only
Yeah,
because
for now, yeah.
For now,
Eric's
yes.
is level 1.
Yeah.
Oh no! I mean Snulu.
Yeah, I think I have
Ah.
more life than Snoolo too.
I don't know, actually.
Wow.
I can go and check.
Because I think Snoolo rolled pretty bad on his life. I've rolled max life each time, so I'm basically at
Yeah,
max.
each time, eh?
Ah.
Each
Oh,
time, eh?
each-
What can I say? Pete's lucky.
It's lucky, yeah.
Oh, actually, I do think Snoodle has the most amount of health. She has 36.
Oh,
Ooh.
he's only beating me by a couple.
Yeah. It is very nice.
I think I could have taken him out.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is assuming that this isn't one of those scripted events where the NPCs are much higher level.
Yeah.
It's probably isn't, but still, a couple of ruffians can be end of anything, especially bards.
So, Fenris and Aris, your two companions are just moving alongside you. So, what do you do from here?
Well, I have an hour to burn until they get done making me some kind of essentially strings to hold the sword up. So, and I'm assuming she left it there as well because they're probably gonna have it to like do the measurements around it.
Yep.
So, I'm pretty much free. I need to make some money though.
Pokes fingers together, looks up at Fenris.
I mean, we could just go find that crew, which we probably should have found a long time ago for the ship.
Snoodle turns around.
that we're
And how do you
supposed to be
suggest we
finding.
do that? Let's put up a flyer.
I mean, yes, you could do that. Could put up a flyer. We could.
Does anyone have flyers currently.
You could come buy paper, sure.
Yes, give me some crayons and some paper. I got this. I'll make perfect flyers.
If you do that, I'll need to see it next session.
Okay, I'll legitimately draw some flyers.
Oh my god, yes, please.
Give them all
That
a
would
bunch
be
of crayons
amazing.
Now. Oh, this is
Alright.
gonna be a train wreck. No, yeah, fine. Eric's will make some flyers. He volunteers.
Alright. Well, you gotta go and find some supplies then for that.
She's like, one question. How do you make flyers?
Well, you just need something to ride with and paper. Now, there's a quest board. There's a job board here in the town. The other players have come by it. You could probably post it there.
Where can I buy more paper?
Are you looking for paper? Says Agadum.
Yes.
Okay. You guys start moving ahead. Oh, coming to this building here. Fenris ventures inside as Agadum explains. There is no general store here in the city, but the town hall should have plenty of documents. You could probably ask them for some paper. They also have some writing equipment, from my knowledge.
All right. Well, where's that at?
Just outside, along the shore. Along the harbor line.
I've never been to this town before, so I'm not sure what I'm looking for. She says, kind of nervously.
That way, squawk! And she points in this direction vaguely.
All right, Eric's is gonna kind of start going that way, I guess.
Okay. Fenris, you entered into this building, or are you changing your mind?
No, we're changing our mind.
Okay. But you did come by this building, so I'm gonna read out the name. It's called Red Wings. You don't know what it's about, though.
There's a joke to be made there.
What about, Red Bull?
Well, I can already tell you that our brains go to two different directions.
I don't get it. Do I want to know?
Don't worry.
It is
Don't
not something
worry.
nothing I can say on stream. Just put it that way.
I know what it is.
How can I be this oblivious, eh? Okay, you gotta tell me in DMs. What kind of joke did I write and not even fucking notice? I hate this.
I wonder about you. I wonder about you sometimes, WaWor.
Yeah. Okay. So you come by this open door here again. It's called the Slippery Slide.
Do we tell him about this joke?
Well,
Not
it
on
seems to
stream.
be a bar when you look inside, so...
I don't think this is where. I don't think this is the town hall.
No?
Unless the town hall's in a barn.
Like a pup. And also, if you do look in this direction, you do see the job board just over there. Alright, you come down and you can see the shoreline and a lot of ships in the fog.
That's a lot of water.
That's a lot of water. This is a large map. I believe it took me 1.5 months to make.
Jeez.
And
I like how the
it
fog
shows.
really does obscure everything too.
It does. It does. I could remove it for a brief moment though, if you'd like.
Ooh, sure.
Like so. Now you can see pretty much
How do
everything.
I zoom out further? Move camera vertically. There we go. Now I can kind of go up.
Okay, that is amazing piece of
Oh, there's a whole nother side.
There's a whole nother side.
Yeah.
Holy shit! How big is this town?
Not that big, to be
I
honest.
remember that I measured it, but I can't remember. I think it's like 1 or 2 miles. 2 miles, I think.
That's huge. What she said.
Thank you. Not in that way.
Yeah, it might be 1 or 2 miles, but most of it's empty space.
I mean,
Still kinda
most of it
cool.
is just like atmosphere and background. You don't need to go everywhere on this map. That's the thing.
Is that a giant snake rock?
Snake Rock.
Oh, there's a giant rock with a face and fangs. It looks like.
Ah,
That's a
Skull Mountain,
I
yeah.
think.
Oh, it's skull. Okay.
We have to go there, don't we? For one of our quests.
well,
Huh?
you know that the Oracle's tent is right up against the back of it.
Yeah, that's the back of Skull Mountain. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why it's gonna take some time to get there.
indeed.
Yeah.
They had to go to the other side.
All right.
Alright.
Is this the
You're
building with
outside of
Corbin
the
Town Hall?
mayor's office, yes. But the town hall,
Alright.
rather, I should say. There's no mayor. There's a pirate king, though, ruling this place.
Is his name Roger or Luffy?
What are their names? I believe I have them somewhere. Actually,
He
Luther.
left-
Yeah,
Nice.
good guess.
I was making a One
Don't
Piece
watch too much
reference.
One Piece.
Damn,
Well,
I
really?
watch
Piece.
very little.
I haven't watched One Piece,
Yep.
man.
Oh,
I did.
that's
By the way, I
an
did send you
adventure
the
reference.
description of that joke.
Okay.
Just. I hope you have a strong stomach.
Alright, so you come to this place here. Now, it's also functioning as a brig.
Prison?
Yep. Because as you walk alongside of the building, you do see some small, like, grates in the side of the building at the bottom. There's not a lot of activity or, like, light inside of it, but you do know that this is definitely where the prisoners are held up, should there be some. Most of it is dealt on board the ships and the crew themselves. The town is almost completely self-governed. The Pirate King is only in charge of, like, the welfare of the city and keeping track of, like, who's here, who's not, who's available, and who can be hired.
Okay.
Otherwise, they have a very loose sort of guardsmanship. And all the guards here can pretty much, like, be, you know, bribed.
With enough
Yes.
coin, the guards is on your side.
Yep.
Yes. Now I will proceed to bribe
So there's
the guards.
little
with
to
2
no
gold
authority
coins.
here in the city. But if you start making a mess, you have entire, like, crews coming after you.
Yeah. So it's one of those you can kind of do what you want, but if you draw too much attention, there are consequences.
Downsides, yeah.
All right, Eric's just gonna kind of like stroll right through the front door.
So you do into this large building.
This is a very large, like,
Yeah, and it's a very
with
fine establishment
permanent
too.
tent. She describes it as a very large permanent tent.
Sure, that works. Okay, you
Like,
move
she-
inside, and you see.
She does know what buildings are, but like her
Yeah.
her grasp of them is not the best.
You see on the other side a human woman slouching in the chair. They have their legs up on the table, and they're reading what appears to be news, a newspaper. The other guy is sleeping in his chair and snoring loudly.
I'm gonna go to the one that's awake.
They don't seem to
They
notice
kinda-
you because of your height.
Oh god, I keep
And
forgetting
just
how short
flip.
I am.
Just flip a page as you come up to the table here.
Alright. Yeah. Turn my camera around so I can actually see inside the building here.
Fenris?
She kinda like puts her hands on the counter and just kinda like pulls herself up. Excuse me.
They look vaguely in your direction. They don't seem to care when they look at you.
Do y'all have any paper? I couldn't
Places
find like
the
general
article
store.
down on the table and just look at you.
Do you have somewhere I can get paper? I couldn't find like a general store, and I want to make a flyer for the board.
A flyer? They raise their eyebrow at you. Do you have any
You know, like-
jobs?
The people that I'm with, she kind of vaguely gestures towards the door. I'm assuming they can be seen in the doorway.
Yeah.
We're trying to like hire. She kind of looks over her shoulders, like, "What was the word again?"
Fenris?
People.
People for crew.
You're hiring
crew. That
people.
was the word.
What for?
That was the word. For a ship.
For a ship. Oh,
I
you're
think-
looking for a crew, are you?
Yeah. There you go. That word.
Very well then. She takes out a small bottle of ink and puts a pen in it, and then looks to you. So you came here for supplies then?
Yeah.
Fine. Give me a second here. She picks up a small notebook and looks through it. I can't read this fucking writing. She tosses it over her shoulder. You know, just take this bottle and how much paper do you need? I'll give you
Maybe like 2 or 3 pieces.
5 sheets for 2 silver.
Okay. And
That's good enough.
Oh, she'll. Anyway, do I have any broken down silver? Let me look. Let me double check. No, I do. How many silver did they say?
2 silver for 5 pages.
All right, yeah. She pulls out 2 silver, and puts it on the
On the table.
counter.
Thanks. Now do return those ink bottles when you're done.
All right, will do.
Hey, stop
And she
snaring!
kinda,
She like hits the guy who's snoring next to her. Oh, what the fuck was that for?
All right, Eric's kind of like holds the stuff close to her chest and just like trots happily outside. Very, very proud with herself.
The girl just goes back
Looking
to
for
reading. Okay,
Looking for somewhere she can sit down and start drawing.
there's a nice little park over here if you want.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, you guys start
We'll
walking
follow.
towards the park, eh? Okay, go ahead and find yourself a space.
There we go. Oh, this is a park. Okay. Fine. Where am I?
Okay,
my
you can
model
just
go?
teleport. It's fine.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where the heck my model was at.
yeah.
I'm assuming that this area in here is the park that he was
Yep.
talking about.
Indeed.
All right, she's just kind of like, she literally just kind of goes like right through the fence bars, and just like comes over here to this bench and just kind of like plops everything down.
Okay, what does Fenris do here?
Fenris just
Like-
you just
Actually, I'm gonna go to this one because it's kind of in the shade.
Ah, okay.
Fenris just goes and sits on the bench.
Alright. The Snulu also comes over and joins you. Ugh, it's kind of hot out here. Agadon seems very intent on helping you with these flyers, but they will work with your direction to make it happen faster.
Do I need to roll anything?
You need to roll nothing, but you will need to prepare something next time.
All right.
For the next session, yeah, probably.
It's gonna be a glorious catastrophe.
Okay, excellent.
That is amazing.
Fenris, anything you want to do, or just wait here for the next session?
Yeah, we'll just wait for the next session.
Alright. In that case, Avis and Timmy, you make it to the place.
Not one of.
I wish there was a faster way to travel, man.
Yeah, I know. There is always a faster way to travel, but yeah, it's fine.
Okay. You step through the tent.
Yep.
Okay. You see a snake behind the altar, but they have turned their head in the other direction and seems to be looking at some other things behind them. However, as the rustle of the tent sheets move, they turn their gaze around and they spot you. Oh, greetings.
Hello.
You returned so soon.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Timmy.
Yes. The hunt was successful. There was a big one, but yeah, successful hunt.
Oh, you've already returned? With what, the monkey paws?
Yeah. Some of them. He starts to walk
Thank you.
and shows 10 regular monkey paws and 1 giant.
Oh, that's...
That one was the leader of them.
Yeah, you seem kind of beat up. She looks at your bandages.
Yeah, but they should be. It should be fine.
Well, thank you for going through all this trouble. You can place them down here, and she points her tail to the cauldron. Just below here.
Okay.
I don't know if everyone
puts
here
them-
is watching, so I'm just bringing you guys to the board.
As I had like moved over finally.
Ah, okay.
Took
Yeah, I'm sorry.
forever.
I'm sorry. Okay, so you dump all of the paws in here. How many did you collect? That's a lot of them, though.
Yeah, 10. 10 regular and yeah, one giant pyre.
Well, it makes no difference how big they
So yeah.
are.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, 12.
The-
Are you good with math?
Hmm?
Are you good
Yes.
with math? How much is 12 times 20?
240.
240?
Yeah, about.
She taps her chin, thinking it to herself. Yes, that sounds right. That sounds right.
Sounds
over and,
about right, yeah.
Opens up a couple of chests and browses through her wares. I'm kind of short on cash, but this'll be more than enough for the rest of the year. Thank you so much. And she hands you a pouch of gold.
Yeah, thank you. And he grabs a pouch. Well, pleasure doing business with you.
But of course, you're always welcome to come back to my tent. And she makes a gesture, like putting her hands up against like her chin, very cheery, with her tail.
I see. He just nods, smiles. Well, if I will be needing any of your help, or you will be needing any of my help, you can let me know.
Oh, but if you do go out and find this temple of yours, do come back to me. I would love to know what's about.
Yeah, this temple are really strange one.
Are you always so talkative? Not many are able to speak with a big snake, you know?
Really? Well, not so many are able to speak with many other creatures. But
Yeah, this curse of mine has been a
I
thorn in my
don't
side for God knows how long. You know, I used to be a
see.
dwarf.
Really? Never.
Yeah, well, I always wanted to be big, but now that
Never
I'm
heard
at this
about
big, I kind of realized how dumb I was.
Bigger, not always better.
No. You probably know all about
But
that, don't
yeah.
you?
He questions the phrase. Well, yeah, I was hunting some big creatures and they are not very agile, and that would be their critical point.
Alright. Well, thank you for the pause. You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to leave. I do have some wine in the bag if you want to share.
Well, I'm not minding sharing one wine. And
Gives
it
you a
is
small
coming
smirk.
closer. And the days is coming closer. The closure.
Very well. What is Pete and Timmy here doing? They're listening in on this conversation.
He's just sitting there observing.
Okay. And your friend, will he join us? She asks as she reaches for one of the bottles, picks it up with her tail. Very agile.
Yeah, I can go for I could definitely go for a stiff drink.
Wine is not so much a stiff drink, but yeah.
Ah, well, gather around, and I shall give you a glass. She slithers all the way down and comes alongside you here. Joins you down from underneath the altar. Yeah. Her whole body has slid around the perimeter. She is very large. Okay, and she gives you all a glass of wine, and this is how you choose to spend your afternoon, it seems.
Yep.
Anything else you guys want to add
before-
before we end the session?
No, not really.
Excellent. In that case, it seems we
Honestly,
got some.
I was dozing off like a half an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, in that case, see you guys back here next session.